Happy Friday. Tonight we start with new developments in the West Memphis Three case. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. In May of 1993, the bodies of 8-year-old Stevie Branch, Michael Moore, and Christopher Byers were found in the Robin Hills neighborhood of West Memphis.
Police there arrested Jesse Miskelly, Jason Baldwin, and Damian Eccles for those murders. During a trial, the jury found Baldwin and Miskelly guilty of 3 counts of capital murder, both getting life sentences. The verdict sent Eccles to the death row.
After over 18 years in prison, the 3 accepted an Alford plea, which allowed them to maintain their innocence but plead guilty. Then in 2021, a new development in the case, new laws opening the door to test old DNA with new technology. And tonight, Catherine Rowley continues this 11 News investigation after spending the day reading the order and talking to people connected to the case.
Rolly and Faith, in 2021, this box right behind me was uncovered after attorneys were told that it had been destroyed in a fire. Now that box contained the ligatures that the boys were bound with when they were found. DNA technology at the time of the murders wasn't anywhere near that level that we have today. But thanks to those state laws, it is now set to be tested, opening the door to new hope for the West Memphis Three in the case. Arkansas Act 1780 allows people convicted of a crime to seek post-conviction relief based on new scientific evidence that could prove their innocence. Damian Eccles brought this to a Crittenden County judge. That case made its way all the way to the Arkansas Supreme Court decision that reversed the original ruling. In the agreement signed on Friday, the state agreed to send the ligatures, hairs found at and near the scene, in for testing. In total, there are about 15 different DNA samples that were collected from the crime scene that are now going to be tested. Also in that order, the hair of Terry Hobbs, the stepfather of Stevie Branch. I asked Patrick Banka, Damian Eccles' attorney, how significant this order is for the DNA to be tested. He said that it starts the process of having those ties tested by this new method of DNA extraction and believes that the killer or killers could be identified upon the completion of the testing. He also said that this ruling paves the way for those who have been trying to prove their actual innocence.
All right, Catherine, you've been following the update since you came to Arkansas, but what does this now mean for the case that has been ongoing now for the past 32 years?
So I asked the same thing to Patrick Banka, who's Damian Eccles' attorney, and he told me that this means that the West Memphis Three will now could be exonerated and those responsible could be identified. He also said that hopefully that this means that the family of those 3 boys could finally get some justice when it comes to the next steps in that DNA. The DNA has to be delivered to the crime lab within 10 days, and we could see the results before the end of fall.
All right, Catherine, thank you. We'll be sure to follow this story and keep track of that testing and share the results as soon as we can.